Now, I don't know about you guys, but the rear end on this car is not doing it. And that is exactly why today we are going to be completely transforming the rear end of this car. In today's video, we have a spoiler to fit. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. So right here in front of us, we have everything needed to completely transform the rear end of my car. Got some wet and dry sandpaper, got some spray paints to paint the spoiler, and this is a diffuser from Pro Tuning. So let's get started on sanding down and prepping the spoiler, ready to go on the back of the car. So we're wet sanding this spoiler using 600 grit wet and dry sandpaper. I'm applying light, even pressure to ensure a smooth surface. Wet sanding helps remove imperfections and prepares the paint for a flawless finish. Just remember to keep the paper wet to avoid scratches, and make sure to work in small, controlled sections for the best results. So, as you can see, I've got it all wet sanded now. Still a tiny couple of shiny-ish bits, but for the most part, that will give the primer some proper adhesion. I'm just going to get some alcohol now and wipe it down. Get all the spots off. I did have to relocate because it started raining. Now that the sanding is done, it's time to clean up the spoiler. I'm using white spirit to wipe away any sanding residue and oils left on the surface. This step is crucial to ensure paint adheres properly and you get a smooth, even finish. Make sure to use a clean cloth and go over the surface thoroughly to remove any remaining contaminants. Put some white spirit on it now. Gonna let it air dry and then we can get to painting it. If you guys are enjoying this content, please don't forget, like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on whether you think this is gonna look good on the back of my Audi A3. I am also gonna get a heat gun and possibly a bowl of hot water to warm the primer and the paint up for when it goes on, because I mean it's not cold, it's probably about 12-13 degrees maybe in England right now, so yeah. So as you can see, bowl of or a bucket of hot water, just gonna let that sit in there and warm up. All this will do is help it adhere to the spoiler easier. So I'm just going to give it another wipe off with some white spirit again. Now I'm wiping the spoiler down with the white spirit again to make sure it's completely clean. After that, I'm drying it off with a cloth, then using a heat gun to gently warm up the surface. This helps to ensure the spoiler is fully dry and ready for the next step in the process. So we had some technical difficulties with rain. Now our primer's all warm. Now, I know some people are going to call me stupid for trying to paint in the rain, but it's not forecast to rain today, so it should be all right. Or not, because it's just started raining. Okay, technical difficulties over. Moved it further into the garage. Now it's time to apply the first coat of primer. I'm using smooth, even strokes to cover the entire surface of the spoiler. Primer is essential for creating a strong base for the paint, helping it stick better and providing a smoother finish. I'm making sure to coat it evenly without any heavy spots. Let the primer dry fully before we move on to the next coat for that perfect finish. And now we wait for that to dry. Give it about, it says when touch dry, so 20 to 30 minutes. And then we can apply another coat. I'm going to leave this in the warm water so it stays at temperature. As you can see, I've tried to do the most even coat that I can. I only wanted a light dusting. Still need to do those under bits. But for now, first coat is on. Now I'm using a heat gun to gently dry the first coat of primer. This speeds up the process and helps the primer adhere, considering it was a very cold day. Now it's time for the second coat of primer. I'm applying it with the same smooth, even strokes as before, making sure to cover the surface thoroughly. This layer helps to further smooth out any imperfections and gives a solid foundation for the final paint job. Let it dry completely for the best results. As you can see, we've got the second coat on now. I went a bit heavier with this one. But let's wait for it to dry. Turn it over and get the underneath painted. Now I know I'm going against everything, or every painter's rules. Don't paint in the rain, don't paint when it's cold, but it's for the content, guys. You know what I mean? And this is really gonna make the Audi look sick. I have test fitted it and dry fitted it as well, and it looks mint. I have no doubts that this is gonna completely transform the look of this Audi. The car is still misfiring. Something's loose on the front end as well, very loose, under load. I did have a look the other day, but I could not locate what it was. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be a video or not, but I need to get that fixed ASAP. If any of you have any ideas why it's misfiring, go and watch the video up there, let me know, because it's been misfiring for about 2-3 months now and I just cannot figure out why. But nevertheless, let's get straight back into it and get the other side of this spoiler primed and ready for paint. Next, I'm applying primer to the underside of the spoiler. This part's crucial to ensure the entire surface is sealed and ready for paint. I'm carefully covering every area, making sure there are no bare spots. Once it's fully coated, I'll let it dry completely. Taking the time to prep the underside will help achieve a consistent high finish when we move on to the top side. Or so I thought. Just warming the can up a little bit. It's time to apply the gloss black spray paint to the spoiler. I'm carefully layering it on, starting with light coats to build up the coverage. The paint goes on smoothly at first and everything's looking great. You can see the colour really starting to pop as I continue to work my way around the spoiler. But as I move to the final layers later on in the video, things start to take a turn. Now, I'm not a professional by any means, I'm just a guy on his driveway working on his car. So no, before you ask, I would not recommend painting in the rain or when it's cold. There is the first coat of black on. I probably could have gone a little bit lighter, to be honest, but I'm sure with a couple of more coats that'll look all right. Still got quite a bit of coverage to get through. I have found this in my shed, which is different to the one I was using, but this has a lot more in. And after 2 coats, the other one is almost empty. Now I'm switching things up with a different can of black spray paint I found in the shed. At first I wasn't sure if it would make a difference, but this one's turning out to be much better than the first. The coverage is more consistent and the paint is going on smoother with fewer drips. It's like night and day compared to the previous can, and I'm starting to feel more confident now, knowing this layer will give me that deep glossy finish that I'm aiming for. The improvement is noticeable and it's looking much cleaner now. So we've got 3 coats of black on now. There is a couple of wet spots from the rain, but I think with a couple of another coats we'll be chilling. Let me put the flash on so I can show you the gloss. It's getting there. It's getting there. The best bit seems to be along the bottom down here and going up there. But I want that sort of coverage over the whole thing. So I might run out of spray paint, I'm not sure yet. We still have to do the underside as well, so. But we'll see how it goes. Don't take advice from me and don't do spray painting when it's raining. I just really wanted to get this on. As I mentioned previously, I'm just a guy on his driveway working on his car. So rushing a job like this can be critical to the success of the project that you are trying to complete, as you will see later on in the video. Okay, so as you guys can see, we've done about 5 coats now with the mixture of this spray paint and that spray paint. This one seems to be glossier. I did buy that one because I thought it was going to be glossier. However, that proved me wrong, and the one that I had in my shed was glossier in the end. So I'll show you, it has come out really nice now. Really glossy and shiny. I am almost out of spray paint though, and I mean look, you can see there is a couple of spots, but once I've got the lacquer on and once it's hardened and I give it a polish, we should be onto a winner. But I'm actually really, this is probably the best paint job I think I've ever done.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
So we're gonna wait for this coat to dry. Probably give it a bit longer because it's on the painting stage. I might even put a cloth down so it doesn't get scratched on this metal. And then we can paint the bottom back bit because none of that's been painted yet. So I think we've managed to cover enough of it with what was left in the can. We have got a tiny run there, but it's only tiny. And the gloss has actually come out really nice on this. And to be fair, these bits are going to be tucked under where the boot is, so you're not actually going to see these a hell of a lot. I think this is going to be a job well done, and I think it's going to look absolutely mint on the back of the Audi. But let's get the heat gun on it, let it dry a bit quicker. So as you can see, I'm up at these geezers' place, well, his place. They're currently doing, what are you doing? Go on, give me a little demonstration.
Fixing what I'd broken. Well, I didn't break anything. I put these coilovers in, and me being me, I didn't adjust my dampening, so the car was off, so out again again, and yeah, fix that.
My car's still misfire, and I've had even more codes come up on the dash. It's basically just a laughing stock now, so there she is. But I'm going to carry on painting this because I messed it up a little bit, as you can see. So I'm going to do another coat on top, let it harden, and then also get another coat done on here because I want to get some more black paint. I ran to Halfords to grab another can of black spray paint because I ran out, and now I'm applying the next coat. After finishing the black layer, it's time to add the first coat of lacquer to seal it all in and give it that glossy finish. And the shine is really starting to show, and for a moment, everything feels like it's coming together perfectly. But as I'm applying more layers, I'm realising how easy it is to get caught up in the process and rush it. You start thinking you're done, but skipping steps or applying too quickly leads to mistakes. I'm starting to notice things aren't as smooth as I thought, and this is where patience becomes crucial, as I'm about to show you what happens when you don't take your time and you rush a job like this. So we might have made a mistake. Have a look at this. So yes, I was indeed stupid enough to not let it dry properly and put it in the back of my car. So you're gonna have to wait another week until that is on the car. You saw the process of what to do and kind of what not to do. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Here's some clips of the spoiler just resting on the car so you guys can at least see what it looks like.